Right guys, welcome back. You're getting a Billy bonus video. You're thinking, a Billy bonus video of what, Mr. B? Well, I watched back part 2 of our M&GN walk to City Station, and after I kind of fell down over there, I thought that the video itself went a bit farcical. Wasn't happy with it. I can't watch it back now because I just think it just went from being informative, quite serious, to a comedy sketch. First, I want to apologise for my swearing in that. Seriously, I can't watch it back. We're going to do this properly. So we're passing just through there, the engine shed. We've been down here before, but I'm going to give you some proper dates, etc. So there's the 1946 LNER engine shed. I realised I'd given you no dates about the station, hardly any information. That was just turned into a bit of a farce. So let's do this properly. I'm going to join the track bed in a moment, and then we'll go through the remains, the group I'm in. We'll have a look across the other side of the road where there was a road bridge which was actually built by the railway company. So history wise, this branch line from, well, it was an extension for the Lynn and Fakenham Railway Company, opened in December 1882. It was all built by the Lynn and Fakenham Railway Company. Wilkinson and Jarvis of Westminster built all the stations, bridges, blah blah blah. And then it soon became the Eastern Midlands Railway up until 1893. Then the Middle and the Great Northern Joint Railway came along and sort of gobbled up all these little independent lines and formed the Middle and the Great Northern Joint Railway. And they were in direct competition with the Great Eastern Railway, the GER. Now the Middle and the Great Northern Joint Railway ran on its own until 1923. So that's from 1893 to 1923. Then after that, the LNER, that's the London North Eastern Railway, and the LMS, London Midlands and Scottish Railway, took over. The LMS weren't really making a profit, so they kind of left it to the LNER. Now the LNER then ran the joint until the 1st of January 1948. And then after that it all became British Rail. British Rail ran passenger services and freight up until the 28th of February 1959. Passenger services officially ceased on the 2nd of March 1959. But freight continued, until June 1969. So that's another 10 years. Freight was quite a big thing here at City Station. The yards were over the back there of the station. This, as you know, is the remains of platform 1, which was dug out by our group, the Friends of Norwich City Station and the Norfolk Railway Heritage Group. Now, at its peak, only 6 guys were digging this out, and we used shovels, wheelbarrows, picks, loppers and shears to get this all out of here. Originally this was all covered by river dredge. The river is literally just over there. I'll just show you this information board. I didn't show it to you before. That's what the original Terminus building looked like. And that's very grand, built in an Italian style with red and yellow brick. That's the state of the station after the bombing in World War II. Yeah, the Luftwaffe went to town here. So in 2008 I approached Norfolk County Council to find out who owned the land here, because we wanted to do some test pits. And I remember as a little boy running along this platform edge, and so I knew this was here. But in the 80s the river was dredged and everything was dumped on top of the platform. So I went to the council, I said, who owns the land? You know, a land registry. And they said, we don't know, we think it belongs to British Rail still. Well, British Rail hadn't existed since 1996. So I said, well, do you mind if I do some test pits with my, one of my colleagues from the Friends of Norwich City Station? And they kind of said, well, do whatever you like, but if someone comes along and tells you to stop, then you better stop. So we were digging here for about 3 years, up until 2012. And then Norfolk County Council had a bit of a wrangle with Norwich City Council, and then Norfolk County Council decided that was actually their land. And they came along in 2012 and promptly chucked us off. It wasn't as bad as you think. They sent us on to other projects. We did projects at Honing. We did some stuff at Felmingham on the M&GN. And then Norfolk County Council came back to us a few years ago, wanting us to come back and keep this as a care and maintenance kind of thing, really. So that's what we do at the moment. We kind of look after it. We were down here just over a month ago, and we keep the station platform in a good condition. This platform continues on. Honestly, it goes on for about another 250 feet. Like the original platform was 660 feet in length. That's platforms 1 and 2. And there was a bay platform, and they were 250 feet in length. So 4 platforms. Platforms 2 and 3, where the bay platform was, that was used for coaching, stock, storage, wagons, kind of. That was never really used for passenger workings at all. So the station itself was very grand in its appearance. It was again, that was built by Wilkinson and Jarvis of London, Westminster in fact. You've seen the picture. Google it, really seriously Google it. Google Norwich City Station, you'll see just how good that building was. It was absolutely fabulous. Stunning building. Well, that was stunning until the Luftwaffe came here on April 28th, 29th, 1942 and absolutely walloped the entire area. My family lived on Derby Street, which is literally just over the back there, about, I would say, about half a mile. And they reckon the skies were red, and they reckon horses were running up and down Higham Street, frothing at the mouth. There were a couple of really bad nights here for the city of Norwich. Not just City Station, but obviously the city centre itself was hit as well. In the morning of the 29th, that lovely grand station building, which is just the other side of the roundabout, that was completely blitzed. It got hit by 2 250 kg bombs. Also incendiaries hit it as well. And it's completely gutted by fire. It had to be pulled down fairly quickly. All that was left on these platforms were the ornate spandrels. All the canopies had gone and everything. Completely devastated it. It was rebuilt with prefab concrete huts. And it survived, obviously, until March 1958. And then the station fell into disrepair and it was all demolished in the early 70s. In the early 70s, the ring road was built and effectively cut off everything where the station used to be. This is the only remains you've got, which is the platform wall and the bay platform, which you saw in the last video. I'm just going to go across the road because I'm going to show you a railway bridge, which is in fact a road bridge. But you can see this is what we get up to, the boys. Myself, Dan Knights and Stuart McPherson are the main stalwarts that look after this station. There's only 3 of us, but our kids get involved as well, which is quite cool. Right, so let's show you this road bridge, which was effectively a railway bridge. City Station was actually built on an island, so 2 bridges had to be built to actually get onto the island. So I'll show you that. I'm just going to get across the road because it's quite busy here, and then I'll show you that. Right, so I've crossed the bridge, 2 bridges. Now if you look at the date on the side of this bridge, it says 1882, the same year that City Station actually opened. It says Norwich and Barnard, Bishop and Barnard's. Now they were a company that were on Oak Street, which is just behind me, and they supplied all the ironwork for this superb bridge, which is effectively a railway bridge. So basically the road originally went over the bridge and then did a very tight left-hand turn, and then the station where the roundabout is continued down. Can't really see it, it's very, very busy around here, but you can see all the traffic over the other side of the road. The terminus building was kind of literally just here, just the other side of the roundabout. But also here we've got this lovely concrete urinal, the only one of its kind in the UK. It's actually known as a tram toilet because it was used by tram drivers. We know it as a tram toilet. It's actually made of concrete sectional pieces. Very unique, and it's a listed building. We actually use it to store our tools in, believe it or not. While our tools, where we do some work on City Station, we actually keep the tools in there. They got some lovely old enamelled urinals in there, but that is the only one of its kind that still exists. And again, that's known as the tram toilet. So I'm going to make my way back across the road. So that's the old bridge. You can see either end. And this is the new road that was put in around 1972 when they demolished the station. So the original terminus building, which is the other side of where all that traffic is This is the new bridge, which was put in 1972. You can see the old bridge there with the urinal beside it. So effectively, the platform you've just seen, platform 1, continued across here into the roundabout, and that was all swept away in the early 70s. So as I said, the two main platforms were 660 feet in length. That's quite a length. And you think we've excavated about 150 feet, and there's still another 200 feet after that. So if you'd have gone back in the days, I'd be walking on sidings here. There was a siding called St Martin's siding, literally where the footpath is, which went across into New Mills Yard. And there were some coal drops on the River Wensum that used to have trucks with coal used to go through there and drop it into barges and take it down to the Norwich gasworks. So we're back again at platform 1. Where the tree is, we've seen the bay, but I'll just go back again just to show you. So we found this bit, this end piece, in 2009. It was an exciting moment when we actually found it, because everyone told us there was nothing to find here at City Station, and there certainly is things to find here at City Station. You saw it in part 2. This is the bay platform, which ended here. So you'd had a track here for platform 2 and a track here for platform 3, and then platform 4 would have been in Halford's car park. There you go. So effectively I'm standing on the bay platform. I'd have been looking at a very different view back in the day. So there you have it. That's what we do at the Norfolk Railway Heritage Group, Friends of Norwich City Station. We bring back lost railway stations. After 1962, this area just became a bit desolate, and the tracks were just left, because they continued to use the yard until June 1969. But no trains came down here after 1960, to be honest with you. The last two trains that actually came in here was May 1960 and September 1960. And they were two tours by the Middle and Great Northern Joint Preservation Society. And that's a J15 and a B12 steam locomotive. The coaling stage is literally here, where this mound is. There was a 44-foot turntable literally just here somewhere. We need to do some test pits around here, see if there's anything left, because they had to build the 1932 turntable, 60-foot vacuum operated, in those woods, which you've seen. If you look closely here, I know I'm rambling on a bit more, see how straight this piece is. That is still platform edge there, but obviously something that we've got to look at to see if we've done some testing in there. There is I don't know if you can see, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but the wall is still kind of going. Oh, you're not going to see it because that's really quite kind of yeah, that you can't see it. I was hoping, because there was some edging stones here, but no, the wall is actually just underneath here. Platform wall continues. Right, so back on the footpath. So where the coaling stage was, right next to the coaling stage there was a single line, and then there's a water tower literally. Right, so I'll show you the coal stage. So the coal stage is there. There would have been a water tower literally just here. End of the platform, still see it, still going straight. End of the platform doesn't end until here. We think the ramp is in there somewhere. So that's one hell of a long platform. That's the open area there. That was where the sheds were. Again, river dredge chucked all over it. That's why there's all these trees growing here. This used to be all open when I was a kid, all open. But obviously when they dredged the river in the 80s, it was all thrown over here. We do wonder why things hardly ever grow in this little bit here. It's probably because there's all contaminated soil there from the ash pits and steam engines when they sat there. I imagine that's what that's for. So I hope you enjoyed the Billy Bonus edition there of Norwich City Station. I'm going to put some images up from our stock library that we think will be okay to put up. One of them will be kind of a bit of a map of the area. I'll try and find some original station building pictures, blitz pictures as well. So keep viewing, don't switch off. Here's a bit more Billy Bonus info for you. after the war, when British Rail were in charge, they made no bones about getting rid of all this. It wasn't making them much money. It was only freight that was keeping it going. And there was a booklet called The Modernisation of Norwich, because Norwich was obviously heavily bombed during the war. And there was plans for all this area, even though the railway was still here, to be all pulled down and houses built, parks, etc. If you see the map, you can see the plans. I've seen the book. The railway wasn't here, so this was all going to be like pulled away and just like ripped up, and housing estates built on there. But that didn't come to fruition, and obviously the passenger services carried on until February 1959, freight until June 69. That just goes to prove that, you know, British Rail didn't want any part of it. That's a bit of a Billy bonus information for you. So there you have it, really. Hopefully that's kind of filled in a few boxes from the last video where I didn't give any information at all. I just want to thank you all for your support. I had some great messages about this. Someone said it's a very informative walk. Thanks for that. I do try. Also like to thank the guys at the Norfolk Railway Heritage Group and the Friends of Norwich City Station. That's Dan Knights and Stuart McPherson. Without them we wouldn't be where we were today, so thanks guys. You can look us up on Facebook. Just look for the Norfolk Railway Heritage Group and the Friends of Norwich City Station. We are on Facebook, and you can see what we get up to and all the preservation work we do. Got another little Billy bonus for you. Just coming off the track, which is there. That's City Station that way, Helston the other way. Footpath. Do you remember in part 2 when I was going on about the corporation sidings that where Lady Jane, the B-24 Liberator, crashed? Well, those sidings came through here. Two sidings, and they actually follow the curvature of this road. So basically, there was 2 sidings here, and this road follows the actual track of the two sidings. But this is where the B-24 crashed, not actually on the main line itself, but literally just at the end of where these 2 sidings were. So back in the day, this road here was 2 sidings, and there was piles of coal either side. Now this is City Trading Estate, and that takes up the whole of where City Station was. I'll give you an idea in a moment just how big it is. So the B-24 came down on November 26, 1944, literally where this lamppost is. And I've recalled the story in part 2, so have a look at that if you want to hear about that. The B-24 was unofficially called Lady Jane, didn't have any nose art on it, but it's known as Lady Jane. If you look up here, that's Road Barker Street. This entire trading estate was City Station yards. So hopefully you've learnt a little bit more about City Station. I've given you some dates and proper information this time, not messing about. I think I'm going to do Victoria Station next. There's another station in Norwich. After June 1969, because all this was all coal yards, all the coal operations were moved up to there in Victoria Station, the other side of the city, and that carried on until 1986. So I think I might do another walk along the Norwich Union Railway, which should be the Victoria branch. So thanks for that, everybody. Any questions, comments, drop me a line, and I'll see you again on Harold Road, whether it be railway modelling or walking disused railways. Until next time, you all take care. Bye bye.